Hi guys. I wanted to make this video yesterday, but I was kind of nervous to do it. This is going to be my transgender bleh, transgender discovery dash coming out video. So my transgender discovery happened about 4 or 5 years ago. And I was in online homeschool. I think it was, I forgot what homeschool was, but it was an online homeschool. It's a pretty popular one. It's something K, 2, Y, I think it's K to 12 or something like that. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is we had a test one day and we had to go to a library, and a bunch of people went for the test because we had to do it in public instead of on the computers. So I was sitting on the floor with an ex of mine. Well, we dated on online school, but that doesn't matter. We were just sitting there and we were just watching the people sign up and watching them have their names called. So we hear this guy's name. I don't know, I forgot what his name was. Let's just say his name was Drake. Drake. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. But that doesn't matter. Let's just say his name was Josh, then, since that's easier for me to pronounce. And she had her name called, and this girl comes up. It's a ponytail, not breasts. I don't know. Maybe they were real. Maybe they were fake, but that doesn't matter. The point is, she came up and she had a guy's name, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I never expected that. And then it dawned on me that she was transgender. And then ever since that day, I've discovered who I am, and who I want to be is a woman. And a lot of transgender people consider themselves as transgender, but I consider myself born as female. And it's stereotypical for transgender people to be like feminine since birth, but I wasn't really that feminine. I used to watch like Powderpuff Girls, and I used to be really OCD. Like, I would organize all my toys when I was like 5. Like, I used to have like army soldiers toys, like, the little armies, like the little soldiers. Bubbles, stop it! Stop it! Sorry, I was talking to my dog. Anyway, I would have like soldiers and Hot Wheels and vehicles for those soldiers, like tanks and stuff, and I would organize them based on color. For the Hot Wheels, I would have the cars and sedans and hatchbacks and trucks all organized. So I'd have the trucks with trucks and hatchbacks with hatchbacks, and I would have the soldiers with soldiers, and I would have the tanks with tanks, and I would even write like on the buckets where I kept everything, like the names of where I would keep everything. And I had dinosaurs when I was a little boy. I mean, what kind of little boy doesn't play with dinosaurs? I mean, I believe we all do. Even the ones that are really feminine. I mean, of course, we're gonna like dinosaurs because dinosaurs are cool. And I wasn't really that feminine as a little girl, but in middle school, I was different. I was kind of feminine, kind of not feminine. I wasn't masculine at all. I wasn't into sports. I was never into sports. Never liked it. Never got into it. But the way I walked, I've never realized this until like my dad would, Bubbles! Stop eating fucking wood chips. Sorry for the language. So yeah, my dad would see me walking, and I naturally walk as a girl. Like, I swing my hips and swing my arms and everything. So he'd be like, stop walking like a girl. And yeah, it used to hurt me, but now it's like, hey, that's just another part of me that's feminine. And let me just, well, if you guys are watching this, you guys are probably gonna watch like my other videos, like with when my voice is like this. I mean, yeah, like this is my guy voice, but I don't really like using it. So I use this voice because it's a little bit feminine, but I do practice it like as much as I can. And obviously my hair is long, so right now it's not really that feminine. I mean, I can make it feminine. It's just I don't know what style would go with my hair length. But yeah, that's like the main reason why I smoke cigarettes is because I can't handle the stress of being a guy. And I'm home with my parents. Well, my dad as of right now, because my mom's on vacation in Chicago. And yeah, like once I do move in my own apartment and I get my own job. Sorry, I'm itching my nose for a second. I will start HRT and hormone pills as soon as possible. As soon as I move, I'll go to the doctors and come out to them and stuff. So yeah, outside I am a guy, but on the inside I am a girl. And I don't care if people comment that it's gross or born as a guy, stay as a guy. That mentality should, in my opinion, it should die off soon, because it's just a gross and disgusting opinion. Like, for instance, for those of you people who discriminate us or call us gross or call us quote unquote trannies, and I hate that word. What's your opinion on hermaphrodites? You know, the people who are born with both a vagina and a dick. I mean, like, honestly, like, what's your opinion on that? Because if you guys think transgender people are gross, don't you guys think that's gross? I mean, they're born that way too. When we're born wanting to be female, or if you're female and you want to be a guy, you're born a guy. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's 2017. Get used to it. And I think that a lot of that mentality comes from Caitlyn Jenner, which I absolutely hate her. There's a lot of reasons that I hate her, and a lot of us do hate her because, well, she literally ran someone over and got away with it because she's a celebrity. Well, I don't really consider her a she. I consider her a guy, because there's just so much debate about her. I mean, him, and so much like hate about him. And well, I don't know if the rumors are true, but I believe the rumors that he wants to be a guy again. And I honestly do believe that, because he doesn't really pass that much. There's a lot of hate around him. I still consider him Bruce Jenner. I mean, you could hate me for that, but that's just my honest opinion. I don't consider him a girl, because she's set us back years, and we've been around for many years. I would say like almost 150 years or something. Well, I don't know. I don't really know that much research about it, but yeah, we've been like, if you guys want kind of proof about that or an opinion, go watch the Danish girl. It's a movie about the 1900s. A trans woman has surgery and everything and becomes a woman. And it's a really inspiring movie, and it's based on a true story, based on a real girl. And a lot of people say it's the first transgender person, trans woman, but in the movie it says that the doctor that gave her the surgery did surgery on one other person, so she was the second person that he did surgery on. So yeah, we've been around for a really long time, and the events of Stonewall, which was an event where cops would go out to this bar in New York called Stonewall, and they would actively arrest gay people and bisexual people and pansexual people and transgender people simply for existing. And a black transgender woman, and it's important that she's a black transgender woman, because there's like a separate hate for transgender women and black transgender women, which I really don't understand. I guess it's because they're black, or it's because they're transgender. I don't know. That's another opinion I don't really like. I mean, so what if a person is transgender and are black? I mean, they're born black. They can't help that they're black. I mean, the only person that changed their color was Michael Jackson. I mean, that brings up another debate. Michael Jackson was, I believe that Michael Jackson should have been Michelle Jackson, because looking at his photos and everything, after he became white and after he did that surgery for his nose, he did look a lot more feminine, and he did present himself as a woman. He would wear girl clothes. You know what I mean? Like he looked like a girl. And I believe that if he discovered that he was transgender, I'm not saying that he is, I'm just saying that if he would have discovered it, he would probably still be alive today, because it is really depressing to be the gender you don't want to be. You know, like, it's like if you're born a guy and you want to be a girl and you don't know about it and you don't know about transgender people, you could just go your whole life just being depressed. And it's just, to me, that's just really depressing, to go your whole life like that and not knowing who you are. I mean, you're not born Christian and you're not born Muslim. I mean, obviously you're not born with those religions. You are taught those religions, but you can be born gay, you can be born bisexual, you can be born pansexual, you can be born polysexual, you could be born transgender, you could be born gender fluid, and all that stuff. And yeah, you're just born that way. I mean, you can't help it. Just like Asian people can't help the fact that they're born Asian. It's just genetics. I mean, you don't have genetics of being Christian in your body. When I see people post on my Facebook, which the reason why I'm making this video for YouTube and for Facebook, because I'm gonna post on YouTube first, but then Facebook, because I'm currently post blocked for commenting on a transphobic post. It was the surgery, a video of the surgery for trans women, like of how they become women, and there was people saying that, oh, it's so gross, and once a man, always a man, and blah blah blah. And I commented on one of the comments saying that if your God tells you to hate a person simply for being born the way they are, then you should change your religion. And honestly, that is a good opinion, because if your religion tells you to hate gays, or, well, in the Bible, because I used to be a Christian and I'm not anymore because of this, it says in the Bible that if a man were to lay with another man, he should be stoned to death. I mean, don't you kind of think that's kind of controversial? Don't you think that some Christians who believe that are kind of crazy? I mean, yeah, there are churches for gay people and transgender people and all that, but in my honest opinion, I think religions like that should be just abolished and get 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 rid of, because we don't need that kind of mentality or vision in life. I mean, it's 2017, 100 years ago, World War One happened, and countries like Iraq and Afghanistan and all those other places, they haven't advanced in 100 years because of the war, or other reasons, because they've always been at war. And if you have that kind of mentality where once a man, always a man, then you're just keeping yourself back in the old times, like in the dark ages and stuff. Because the dark ages was people saying that science is fake and science doesn't revolve around the real world. And nowadays we have scientists making rockets going to space and all this stuff. So you can't just pray to God and be like, oh, Jesus, Lord Jesus, I want to go to the moon, and expect to go to the moon magically. You have to have science to do that. And yeah, oh my god, this video is already getting really long. All right, well, yeah, I already said what I needed to say, and that's my coming out dash transgender discovery story. So yeah, all right, peace.